What makes someone willing to risk their life on one of the most dangerous race courses in the world? Imagine racing down public roads at over 200 miles per hour, with nothing but your skill and courage standing between you and disaster. The thrill, the excitement, and the chance to be the best drive these riders to keep pushing forward. But with every twist and turn, one mistake could change everything. Welcome to the Isle of Man TT, a race like no other, where glory and danger are two sides of the same coin. Chapter 1. Where History Meets Danger. The Isle of Man TT has a long and storied history that stretches back over 100 years. The event first took place in 1907, at a time when racing was banned in Britain due to the safety risks it posed. The Isle of Man, however, had no such restrictions, and the TT race was born. What started as a race to crown the best motorcycle riders soon became one of the most dangerous and most celebrated races in the world. The track itself is unlike any other. It's not a traditional closed circuit, but rather a 37.73-mile public road course that weaves through the rugged, unpredictable terrain of the Isle of Man. Riders must navigate more than 200 corners, high-speed straights, steep climbs, and tricky descents, all while maintaining speeds that can exceed 200 miles per hour. The event attracts riders from around the world, many of whom are seasoned professionals who compete in other motorsport events. But the TT is their ultimate challenge. The Isle of Man TT has a long history and is seen as a huge milestone for the best motorcycle racers in the world. But it's also famous for being incredibly dangerous. Over its 104 years, 234 riders have sadly lost their lives on its challenging course. Even with these risks, the TT's appeal hasn't faded. It still attracts new generations of riders who are ready to risk everything for the excitement and glory of the race. Chapter 2. The Thrill and the Danger. What makes the Isle of Man TT so different from other races? It's not just about the insane speed or the tricky course. It's the huge risks the riders face. Unlike modern racetracks with safety barriers and runoff areas, the Isle of Man TT doesn't have any of that. Here, there's no room for mistakes. One small error can have serious, even tragic, consequences. Riders fly past spectators at jaw-dropping speeds, so close that it feels like you could almost reach out and touch them. The excitement is unreal, but the danger is just as real. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the numbers speak for themselves. Over its 104-year history, this legendary race has sadly claimed the lives of 234 riders. It's thrilling, dangerous, and unforgettable all at once. Aussie rider Cameron Donald, who has participated in the TT many times, sums up the pressure perfectly. You sit on the start line, and the pressure is immense. Everyone's watching you, and the rush is unlike any other race. Cameron, like many riders, knows just how dangerous the event can be. Yet year after year, he returns, driven by the fierce competition, the hope of victory, and the undeniable excitement of the challenge. It's this unique mix of danger, thrill, and the pursuit of glory that draws riders and fans to the Isle of Man TT year after year. Chapter 3. The men and women who race. What motivates someone to race in such a dangerous event? The thrill, the glory, the chance to prove yourself as one of the best. These are just a few reasons why riders take part in the TT. But for many, it's also a personal passion for motorcycles and racing. Some, like Australian rider Cameron Donald, grew up with motorcycles as a central part of their lives. For Cameron, it was his father who introduced him to the world of racing, and the TT was always the ultimate goal, despite the inherent dangers. The TT is a dream for many riders. The chance to compete on such a legendary course and to be part of the rich history of the event is an opportunity few can resist. But it's not all about the race itself. For some riders, like Cameron, it's about the bond they share with their loved ones, like his girlfriend Karen, who is just as much a part of the TT experience. As Cameron sets out for his race, Karen is there to support him, despite the anxiety and fear that comes with knowing how dangerous the event is. Chapter 4. A unique atmosphere. During the TT Festival, the Isle of Man completely changes. Normally, it's a quiet and peaceful place, but for 2 weeks, it becomes all about speed and excitement. Riders, fans, and thrill seekers from everywhere come together to celebrate this one-of-a-kind race. It's like a giant party, but instead of rides and games, it's packed with motorcycles, fast racing, and real danger. During the day, people crowd along the roads to watch riders zoom by at unbelievable speeds, sometimes just feet away. At night, the roads open to the public, giving everyday riders the chance to experience the thrill of no speed limits. It's a dream for many who love motorcycles. But while it's exciting, the TT is also a serious reminder of the risks involved. It's not just about the speed and fun, it's about bravery and respecting the dangers that come with it. Even seasoned professionals like Mick Doohan, a 5-time world champion, were left in awe when he visited the TT for the first time. "It's beyond anything I ever imagined," he admits. "The speed, the skill, it's absolute madness." His reaction captures the essence of the TT. It's an event that challenges everything you thought you knew about speed and danger and leaves even the most experienced racers in awe. Chapter 5. The Human Cost. The Isle of Man TT is not a race for the faint-hearted. It's an event where danger is always lurking. And this year, in just 1 week, 7 people lost their lives, 3 riders and 4 spectators. The risk is ever present, and tragedy is never far away. Every time a rider accelerates down that treacherous road, they know they are dancing with death. Each lap is a reminder of just how quickly things can go wrong. Bridget, the widow of rider Paul Dobbs, understands this painful reality all too well. Paul lost his life doing what he loved most, racing at the Isle of Man TT, a year after his death. Bridget returned to the island, not to race, but to honor his memory. "You know it's risky," she says, reflecting on the dangers of the race. "But the TT is bigger than all of us. It's a monster, and it's not going away." The race has become a part of the island's identity. And for many, it's something that's hard to walk away from, even after the ultimate price has been paid. For riders who survive, like Connor Cummins, the TT is a constant reminder of both its allure and its dangers. Connor himself knows what it's like to face the terrifying consequences of the race. After surviving a terrifying crash, Connor speaks about the TT with deep respect and understanding. "It's not the course's fault," he says, his words carrying the weight of experience. "It's up to us to respect it." The road, with its sharp bends and dangerous turns, doesn't play favorites. It's up to the rider to handle it with precision and caution. Yet, even with the best skill and preparation, there's no promise of safety. The TT is a true test of bravery, talent, and sometimes sheer luck. It's a race that offers incredible fame and glory, but also serves as a stark reminder of how fragile life can be. Chapter 6. What drives riders to compete? So, why do riders keep returning to the Isle of Man TT year after year? Knowing the risks they face, it's not for the prize money, because, honestly, there's very little financial reward for the effort. What keeps them coming back is the chance to achieve something that goes far beyond any paycheck. It's about the glory, the personal legacy, and the unmatched feeling of conquering what many call the world's most dangerous motorcycle race. For Cameron Donald, a seasoned rider, finishing second in the Superbike race was a career-defining moment. "It's hard to put into words how incredible it feels to achieve something like this," he says, reflecting on his performance. "This race is everything to me." For riders like Cameron, the TT represents not just a race, but a lifelong dream to test themselves against the best, on the most challenging course imaginable. Even Cameron, who knows the highs and lows of the TT better than most, admits it's not a race for a lifetime. "It's a numbers game," he says honestly. "The more you race, the greater the chance that something will go wrong. Every time you ride this course, you're accepting a calculated risk." As thrilling as it is, the TT carries a harsh reality. The danger is ever present. and the stakes couldn't be higher. Yet, despite this, riders return year after year, drawn by the chance for that one unforgettable moment of victory, a moment that makes all the risks feel worth it. Chapter 7. The Legacy. The Isle of Man. TT is more than just a motorcycle race. It's an exciting event that has been thrilling people for over 100 years. Even though some call for it to be banned because of how dangerous it is, the TT continues to be a symbol of strength and the drive to be the best. For riders, the TT is more than a race, it's a way of life. They push their skills and courage to the limit on one of the world's deadliest tracks. For fans, it's a front row seat to breathtaking speed and talent. And for the Isle of Man, it's a tradition that defines the island. What makes the TT so unique is that it's not just about going fast, it's about testing what people can handle. Every turn is a challenge, and one mistake can cost everything. But that's what draws the riders and fans to it. The TT is exciting, dangerous, and inspiring. A true celebration of courage and skill. What do you think? Is the Isle of Man TT an exhilarating celebration of courage or an outdated relic of unnecessary risk? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this.